Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel. And today is a different kind of card making video. You can say it's a different kind of project. I decided to just brush my skills and get out of more it. So I'm using this MFT's sketch and challenge sketch, and same the color challenge palette there. It's really nice to push you little bit more creatively, and these are the couple of products I'm using here. And my main idea is stick to all those products and try to create a different cards at the same theme, and same time I would like to share that how you can use the minimum supplies and the same supplies to create the 4 different cards. Although I'm planning to make more cards, but as always lack of times, and I don't want to be this video go too long. So let's jump into the project. I just hit emboss the couple of things there. First of all, I use that chevron pattern, and then I'm stamping those flowers and leaves. These are the desert rose stamp set from MFT. And before that, I just check it out that how big my butterfly die is. Sometimes you bought the things and you don't get time to play with them, so I decided to just bring out that die, because I have that for a while and I didn't use that. So yeah, then after preparing my cardstock with the EK Success Tool powder, I just stamp it with the Hero Arts Detail Embossing powder, and I'm using Canson watercolor paper here. And then I choose the colors which is a little bit closer to that coloring challenge, and then I'm kind of putting the distress inks on my craft mat and putting a little bit of water and dabbing it, and just creating a mushy and the same time kind of a background here. And I'm adding more and more colors, and you'll see that if one time I'm trying to create more backgrounds. Like here I'm choosing a pattern paper, it's like lines on pattern on there, it's embossed paper. And then I'm kind of thinking that which color should go first, because there is blue and there is pistachio color also. So I go with blue print sketch jeans, I think, yeah, sketch jeans. And then I'm just dabbing a little bit of color with my paintbrush. This is number 10 brush. Mostly I use for the bigger splatters. Simple thing, if you use a big brush you will get the bigger splatter. If you have the small size brush you will get the small tiny splatters. And again I will add the cracked pistachio to it. I use the cracked pistachio, warm lipstick, blueprint sketch, and evergreen wow, I think, yeah. But and then I use a little bit of sponge dauber technique here to put little bit of light color there. And I'm just dabbing the extra color on the rough paper, and then using this dauber very lightly. I just don't want a very dark background there. At the same time I want to mix those inks really nice. If you have distress oxides, that makes your job a little bit easier. So I'm choosing this combination, I'm choosing this sketch, because I just want to challenge myself. And sometimes you have to need to do this kind of exercise to increase your creativity. You can't just do every time you are doing the same thing and making same cards. So that is the another thing, that how you can push yourself to become more creative. Now here I'm using a sponge which I use for a watercolor, and I just put little bit of water there and dab, and at the same time I'm cutting excess colors there. Now I'll put that dye without cutting, and I'll cut all those butterflies at the same time. Then I'm using here a scissors die, and all the paper I'm using here Canson watercolor paper, cause I don't know that it is a little bit thicker, and at the same time it will do a color really nicely. So I'm using the scissors circles here, and then I just cut out a couple of circles from white cards also. And now at this moment you will see that I'm cutting lots of stuffs together and what gonna I'm doing, but believe me, you will get a nice 4 cards with this. This is another die from the MFTs. It's a lacy border, and now I'm cutting those. Why I'm doing this kind of stuff, like the background first and things are, cause sometimes it takes little bit time to dry distress inks. So if you go the way I'm going for making cards, it will save your time, and the same time you will get more out of your time. So yeah, then now I'm cutting it and putting the just following the sketch, and then I'm using the Samus stitch rectangle, the biggest one, and then just cutting out the excess. Don't throw the excess paper, we can use everything, every bit of it, to create more and more cards. You can have this like those 2 rings, and then I decided that I will not have 2 rings and 2 butterflies. I'll just end up to 1 ring, and then I'll put the butterfly. So I'm just trying to see that how they looks together, and then little bit different. I'm kind of changing my idea, shuffling here and there, and then I decided, okay, I'll go with that, and finally I'll place all these things. You can went ahead and put their fun foam or double-sided tape behind those rings and butterfly, but I decided not to. Now you can see that the flower pattern on the butterfly is not looking that prominent, but you can really imagine that those are the flowers. So I hope that makes sense and you like this technique, and you can do it with any other stamp you have. Basically I'm also showing you the different techniques here, and then I'm just using my heat gun to dry a little bit, and that I use the embossing powder, Hero Arts white embossing powder, to stamp my sentiment. And then I'm kind of seeing that which background looks nice. It's basically personal preference. Then I just decided to go with the white at this time for this one, and I use a pre-fold, pre-cut cardstock, A2 size cardstocks from sometimes Coordination and sometimes Recorrections, because they have the matching envelope with it, and it's a little bit cheaper and really nice. And I only use the watercolor paper or the some kind of when I needed to match the things of the background. Now for the next card, I'm using that lacy thing, and I will use of all the leftover and scraps from there, and just I'm putting this stuff differently. I'm layering those stuff, although I'm not using the very 3-dimensional glue here. I'm just using simple glue, and I'm kind of putting the things and seeing that how every bit I can use for that, because I already have the colors there on the paper, and they kind of match together. Some of them are a little bit darker and lighter shade, and if you feel that there is a little bit less color, just went back, go ahead and add a little bit color. The same thing I'm doing here. I thought everything is going more pinky, more in pink color, so I decided to add a little bit of cracked pistachio there, and I add couple of those stripes leftover paper from the last project, but that gonna match really perfectly with that inner circle there. And sorry, my mazy hair is coming between because I just want to line up the things. And then I'll just put the butterfly. Now you can see that I'm shifting the butterflies. Why I'm doing that, I just want to see that the colors really become a little bit contrast and match at the time, and at the same time I want that it should not blend in the background, it should look a different part of that. And after that I'm using MISTI again for stamping the sentiment. And this is the new stamp I have, that the magical rainbow one from MFT. Like those gonna retire early, so they having a really nice discount there. There are a couple of things still left over if you go to MFT site and see. There is this project is not sponsored by MFT. I'm just using MFT and just showing you the things because I want to, and I'm just telling you that if you are interested, you can go and see there. I purchase all my product with my own money, and just want to share these ideas. So after this, you can see that this background is quite busy, and that my butterfly is not going to stand out on that, so I decided to put something circle differently. But before that I'm creating a fourth card, and that's why I'm just smooshing the colors on the paper there. And then I'll just took the same color ink pad which belong to same what I smoosh out it, and then I'm kind of mixing it, and I'm not much worried about the mix well or not. I just want them to be kind of giving me a backdrop to that butterfly, cause I decided to hit emboss something on that. And then I'm just deciding that which background should look good, the purple or something else. And then I cut out again it with the salmon stitch rectangle, and for this card I choose that pistachio color card base. And then this is another MFT's stamp which kind of flourish thing there, so I choose one white circle which is the leftover from the white circular ring we already cut out. And then I'm putting the glossy accents and glue, and just kind of putting those around the circle periphery to see that more circle inference. And then I decided to add more kind of color on this card at that, because I want that stripe should be look bold there. So now my main idea is not heat embossing here. I will just use those simple colors and the stamp, and MISTI did a really good job for this kind of stamping, because you can really mix and add those colors. And while you're adding these kind of distressing colors, that don't afraid of you will contaminate your stamp. It will not, believe me. And then I'm again stamping on that circle, so it should look the part of it. And then I'm just putting that butterfly there. Now for this time, this butterfly is don't have that white embossing flower background, because I just cut out that butterfly from the leftover piece I had. And I will just again heat emboss all the stuff here. So I'm using prep my cardstock with the AK Success powder, then using Versafine ink, and then again using Hero Art's Detail White embossing powder. I love Hero Art Detail White embossing powder. I kind of giving a really nice white background, kind of white, and you can see when you are heating those powder, it's a detailed and really nice. And then I just stamp couple of those images, again the flowers and leaves in the circular pattern, so it will create a visual circle there. Although I don't like that this card much more, but yeah, this is another option if you have the different stamps and you can go more creatively with that. Yeah, but this is kind of stretching your arms and seeing what you can do with that restriction kind of thing, that how creative you can become. So yeah, I love to do these kind of exercises so that it will just boost your creativity. And you can also went ahead and choose any sketch from there and just see what you can do with that, and do the same thing couple of times using same sketch couple of times. So in that way you can see that how you can extensively use your supplies. At the same time you will get more out of your dies and stamps and supplies, whatever you have, the colors, and it will give you a nice boost, and it's really helped to for the creative thinking. I hope that makes sense. And if you don't want to do that, just follow the techniques and you can make the simple cards just I do, and you can copy me. And believe me, copy is not the thing here. When you are making that gonna look different, because that's your perception, that's your color, and that your way of doing the things. So feel free to leave a comment behind this video that you like, or you want to see more these kind of videos. Now here I'm adding couple bit of touches just to make sure that they're gonna look nice. Some do's and dots with the sequence or the no drops and something nice details. But if you like this kind of projects and if you want to see more some kind of different things from me, let me know. Leave in a comment that what should you want to watch, what you want to watch, or what should I make more for you guys, and I'll happy to help you, happy to share if I know anything. And at the same time, it's always welcome your suggestions, that if you are giving me, or if you want me to improve in something, I'll try to. And as always, thank you for giving your time. I really appreciate that. if you like my channel, you can subscribe to it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to follow me, you can subscribe to my channel. You can subscribe me on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook page, and my blog too. So I hope you have a nice day. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.